Hey, bestie. I'm about to head out to the movies. Do you think I'd get some help finding something to wear?
Of course, friend. What are you going to go see?
I'm going to see that new Wizard of Oz movie that just came out.
You mean Wicked?
Uh, yeah, sure.
Number one, how dare you go without me? And number two, Wicked is not the Wizard of Oz.
Hey, tomato.
Um, no, ma'am. Unlike The Wizard of Oz, which is based on the children's fantasy novel The Wonderful Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum, The Wiz, which is a Broadway musical, was based on the book Wicked, The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West by Gregory Maguire, which tells the backstory of the Wicked Witch of the West. Alphaba.
Okay. So it's still in the Wizard of Oz universe then.
Okay, yes, but it's a different book and show, and it delves into the argument of what's good versus what's evil and paints the witch more as a misunderstood figure, almost in like a Grinch esque sense.
Because they're both green.
No, because they're both born different in a world that doesn't appreciate.
Of course. Of course. Yeah.
Anyway, composer Stephen Short was captivated by the novel, for good reason, and its unique perspective on complex characters, so much so that he wanted to make a musical adaptation. He gathered together producers Mark Platt, John B. Platt, David Stone, director John Mantello, and they got to work. So, the original and probably the most iconic production of Wicked premiered on Broadway at the Gershwin Theater in October of 2003. Idina Menzel played Elphaba, Kristen Chenoweth played Glenda, Alberto Leo Butz played Fiero, and Joel Grey played the Wizard. By the way, the Wizard in this series is a total prick.
I mean, I always kind of thought the wizard was a bit of a prick.
Same, honestly, same. And in this, he starts off as a salesman and also ends up being Elphaba's dad.
Ends up.
Ends up.
Oh, ends up. Oh, that's wild.
I know, right? So, our story begins with the celebration of the Witch's death before Glinda, the Good Witch, recounts Elphaba's story to prove that she wasn't all that bad, actually. She talks about their school life and how they went from being enemies to pretty much being best friends. Like, they did everything together. She talks about how Elphaba fell in love and how she found out the wizard's little secret and was made into an enemy essentially by her enemies. So, essentially, she was technically a good guy, good girl, and she was perceived to be this horrible, evil character because people didn't want her talking about what she knew. She was actually a pretty radicalized character, and the show is very praised for its exploration of feminist themes. The narrative is centered around two strong, complex female characters. The way it portrays female friendships, ambition, and societal expectations was actually quite empowering.
That's pretty cool.
And there is actually a Dorothy cameo, if you can call it. She still lands her house on Elphaba's little sister. And while in the book we stop at the Wicked Witch's death, I guess the play wanted to have a slightly happier ending. Uh, so she doesn't spoilers. Um, Either way, it's an amazing story. And what's wild is when the show first came out, it was very misunderstood by critics. Many people didn't understand it, they bashed it. But despite that, after a brief rewrite, the original Broadway production of Wicked was nominated for 10 Tony Awards, including Best Musical, Best Book, Orchestrations, Original Score, Choreography, Costume Design, Light Designs, Scenic Designs, and received two nominations for Best Actress for both Menzel and Chenoweth. The show did go on to win for Best Actress and award for Best Scenic Design and Best Costume Design. And the same year, the show won 6 Drama Desk Awards out of the 11 nominations it got, including Outstanding Musical, Book, Director, and Costume Design.
That's pretty cool, actually.
I know.
Okay, well, that is accomplished.
Well, enjoy the movie, and I hope you stub your toe since you didn't invite me to come with you.
Wow. Okay, bye.